Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Muthia Safira Lisandi. My NPM is 234110028. I'm from class MNJ23C. In this video, I will explain a little about health and safety in the workplace. The first is the understanding definition of health and safety in the workplace. Occupational health and safety, K3, is a systematic effort to create a safe, healthy, and comfortable work environment for all workers. The term health and safety covers all actions aimed at protecting employees from potential physical, mental, and environmental hazards in the workplace. This does not only involve the use of personal protective equipment, PPE, but also includes policies, procedures, training, and a culture of safety awareness that is applied in daily work. Occupational health and safety are very important because they can prevent workplace accidents, serious injuries, or even death. In addition, a safe work environment can also increase productivity, employee morale, and a positive company image. When workers feel safe and protected, they will be more focused, calm, and loyal to their workplace. The purpose of this discussion is to provide a comprehensive understanding of the importance of maintaining health and safety in the workplace, recognizing various potential hazards, and how to prevent and overcome these risks. That way, we can all contribute to creating a healthy, safe, and sustainable work culture. Next is the legal framework. Occupational health and safety, K3, is regulated by law so that every worker gets proper protection while carrying out their duties. One of the main legal bases governing K3 in Indonesia is Law No. 1 of 1970 concerning occupational safety, which regulates the company's obligation to provide a safe workplace, as well as the worker's obligation to comply with applicable safety regulations. In its implementation, the company is responsible for providing personal protective equipment, PPE, providing safety training, and ensuring that all work procedures comply with safety standards. Meanwhile, workers also have the responsibility to comply with all safety instructions, use PPE correctly, and immediately report potential hazards to the relevant parties. The existence of this regulation aims to create a safe work culture and prevent accidents or occupational diseases. Compliance with K3 laws is not only an obligation, but also a form of concern for others. Next are the types of hazards in the workplace. In the workplace, there are various types of hazards that can threaten the safety and health of employees. Physical hazards such as falling, slipping, or being injured by sharp tools often occur if the work environment is not well organized. In addition, chemical hazards arise from toxic materials or chemical liquids that can cause poisoning or burns. Another hazard is biological hazards, namely the risk of being exposed to viruses, bacteria, or fungi that can cause disease. Ergonomic hazards are also important to note, namely discomfort due to incorrect working positions or the use of inappropriate tools, which can cause long-term injuries. Finally, psychosocial hazards such as stress, work pressure, and conflict between workers can also affect mental health and productivity. Next are the risk assessment. Risk assessment is a systematic process for identifying, analyzing, and controlling hazards in the workplace. The goal is to reduce the likelihood of an accident or health problem occurring. The process begins by identifying potential hazards, then evaluating the risks based on their likelihood and impact. Actions are then taken to control the risks, such as changing work practices or using personal protective equipment. Risk assessments should be reviewed and updated periodically to remain relevant to changing work conditions. Next is the Occupational Health and Safety Policy. Occupational health and safety policies are rules and guidelines made by the company to protect employees from the risk of accidents and occupational diseases. One form of such policy is the Standard Operating Procedure, SOP, which explains the safe work steps that must be followed by every worker. In addition, the use of personal protective equipment, PPE, such as helmets, gloves, and masks must be implemented to minimize the risk of injury. The company must also implement an incident and accident reporting system so that each incident can be handled immediately and prevented from happening again in the future. Next is the emergency procedure. Emergency procedures are essential to ensure everyone's safety when a dangerous situation occurs in the workplace. One of the main steps is emergency evacuation, which is a quick and orderly process to leave the danger area safely. In addition, it is also important to know how to handle a fire, such as using a fire extinguisher and activating the alarm. First aid must also be ready to be given to accident victims before receiving further medical treatment. Equally important is having an easily accessible emergency contact list so that help can be called immediately when a critical situation occurs. Next is training and awareness. Occupational health and safety training is essential to equip employees with the knowledge and skills to deal with potential hazards in the workplace. Routine training, such as fire drills, first aid, and the use of personal protective equipment, PPE, helps improve preparedness and reduce the risk of accidents. In addition, effective communication between management and workers is also essential so that safety information is conveyed clearly and preventive measures can be implemented consistently. Next is the role of employers and employees. In maintaining occupational health and safety, both employers and employees have important roles that complement each other. Employers are responsible for providing a safe work environment, including providing safety training and providing personal protective equipment, PPE, that is appropriate for the type of work. On the other hand, employees are required to follow the established standard operating procedures, SOP, report potential hazards found, and use PPE properly while working. Good collaboration between the two parties will create a safer, healthier, and more productive workplace. Next is case study, real example. One example of a work accident that has occurred is an incident where an employee slipped in a factory area due to a wet floor and no warning signs. Although it seems trivial, This accident caused serious injuries and the work process was temporarily halted. In another case, there was a technician who suffered burns from handling chemicals without using the appropriate personal protective equipment, PPE. Both of these incidents occurred due to a lack of compliance with safety procedures and minimal supervision in the field. From these cases, we can learn that work safety should not be taken lightly. Companies must ensure that any potential hazards are handled immediately, and employees must be more disciplined in implementing SOPs and using PPE. By learning from this real case, it is hoped that all parties will be more concerned and committed to preventing similar incidents in the future. Next are the benefits of a safe work environment. 1. Increased productivity. When the work environment is safe and comfortable, employees can work calmly without worrying about the risk of accidents. This encourages them to be more focused, efficient, and motivated, so that work results are more optimal. 2. Good company image. Companies that care about occupational health and safety will be viewed positively by the community, business partners, and prospective employees. This good reputation can increase trust and strengthen the company's position in the public eye. 3. Reduce accident costs. By preventing work accidents, companies can avoid unexpected costs such as medical care, insurance claims, compensation, and losses due to production interruptions. Prevention is always more economical than handling after the incident. 4. Employees feel safe and appreciated. A safe work environment shows that the company values the welfare of its employees. This creates a sense of comfort, loyalty, and higher work enthusiasm because employees feel protected and respected. And the last is conclusion. Occupational health and safety is a shared responsibility between the company and employees. By understanding potential hazards, implementing proper procedures, and following regular training, a safe and healthy work environment can be created. Prevention is better than regret, so it is important for every individual to care about and comply with applicable OHS policies. A safe work culture not only protects, but also increases productivity and work comfort for all. Okay, that's enough of my understanding about health and safety in the workplace. I'll end it. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.